Imagine this. A young father, a rising star in politics, steps onto a stage full of hope and energy, only to be cut down by a bullet in front of thousands. But then, whispers start online, claims that his marriage was falling apart, that divorce papers were filed just days before. It twists the knife in an already heartbreaking loss, turning grief into gossip. What if the man we thought had it all was hiding deep pain at home? That's the dark rumor that shook the internet after Charlie Kirk's death. But is any of it true? Stick around as we dive deep. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fame Watch, your go-to spot for the real stories behind the headlines, the scandals, the triumphs, and the tragedies of the biggest names out there. And today, we're unpacking one of the most talked about rumors of the year. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the lives of influencers, politicians, and celebs. It's September 10th, 2025, a sunny afternoon in Orem, Utah. Charlie Kirk, the 31-year-old founder of Turning Point USA, is in the middle of his American comeback tour. He's on stage at Utah Valley University, firing up a crowd of young conservatives with his sharp takes on freedom, faith, and the future. Kirk had built an empire. Tuzo was huge, with chapters on campuses across the country, big events, and millions of followers. He was a voice for the right, often teaming up with big names like Donald Trump. Life looked perfect: a loving wife, Erika, two little kids, and a mission that kept him going. But in a split second, everything changed. A shot rings out from a rooftop nearby. The bullet hits Kirk in the neck. Chaos erupts. People scream. Security rushes in. The crowd scatters. He's airlifted to the hospital, but it's too late. Doctors pronounce him dead that same day. President Trump breaks the news on Truth Social, calling him a martyr for truth and freedom. The nation is stunned. Conservatives mourn a hero. Others debate the rise in political hate. Flags fly at half-mast. Vigils pop up everywhere, and the story dominates the news for weeks. The suspect? A 22-year-old named Tyler James Robinson. He turns himself in the next day, saying he acted alone because he hated Kirk's views. Prosecutors charge him with aggravated murder, and they're pushing for the death penalty. Investigations dig into his background, online rants, a history of anger toward conservatives. Some folks spin wild theories. Was it tied to Kirk's comments on Israel? Or something deeper, like a setup? But officials stick to the facts: a lone gunman driven by politics. In the middle of all this pain, Kirk's family steps up. His wife, Erika, whom he married in a beautiful ceremony back in 2021, becomes the face of strength. She's got their two young kids to raise, a boy and a girl, both under 5. Erika takes the stage at memorials, shares stories of Charlie's love for his family, and promises to keep Tuzo alive. In October, she accepts the Presidential Medal of Freedom for him at the White House. Tears flow as she talks about his dream for America. Social media fills with support. Hashtag RIP Charlie Kirk trends for days, with fans sharing clips of his speeches, family photos, and calls for unity. But then, like a storm out of nowhere, the rumor hits. It starts small on TikTok, a video from some account claiming that Charlie or Erika filed for divorce just 2 days before the shooting.
Beautiful evidence and documentation that Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk filed for disillusionment of marriage 2 days before his assassination.
The post says it was all falling apart. Arguments, secrets, maybe even something that led to the attack. Did marital trouble push someone over the edge? They even drag in Candace Owens, saying she dropped proof, like court docs or emails showing the filing. Boom! The video blows up. Millions of views overnight. It jumps to X, where threads dissect every detail. Check public records in Arizona. One user says, since that's where the Kirks lived. Facebook groups share screenshots of fake papers. YouTube creators make reaction videos, speculating wild stuff. Was Erika unhappy with Charlie's travel? Did his views on family clash with real life? Some tie it to conspiracy angles, like his death being an inside job to cover up personal mess. Even on Reddit, subreddits light up with debates, thousands of comments, upvotes, and shares. The rumor spreads like wildfire because it's juicy. In a world full of perfect Instagram lives, hearing that a guy like Kirk, who preached strong marriages and family values, might have been on the rocks, it hits hard. People love the drama. The what if that makes a sad story even sadder. And in the heat of grief, folks grab onto anything that explains the unexplainable. Why him? Why now? The divorce tale fills that gap, even if it's fake. So let's get to the truth. We've checked facts and looked at every angle. And the verdict? This rumor is total nonsense. Zero evidence. First off, no divorce papers exist. We searched and checked court records in Arizona, Utah, and anywhere else they might file. Nothing. Public databases are clear. No filings, no hearings, no signs of trouble. Fact check sites like Snopes, factcheck.org, and others jumped on early. Outlets like Distractify ran stories calling it bunk. The Economic Times broke it down, saying it's just social media noise. Primetimer looked at the TikTok origins and found most videos were from satire accounts or critics poking fun at conservative drama. What about Candace Owens? She's a big name, a former Tcusa ally who had her own ups and downs with Kirk. But she never said a word about divorce. No posts, no videos, no evidence. The rumor twisted her real comments, maybe about Kirk's death theories or other stuff, but fact checkers confirmed. She stayed out of it. Some creators admitted later their posts were jokes or exaggerations. Look at the Kirk's own life. In the months before September, their social media was all love. Charlie posted pics of family vacations, date nights with Erika, and sweet notes about being a dad. Erika shared videos of the kids playing, tagging Charlie with hearts. They appeared together at Tcusa events, holding hands, laughing. Friends and colleagues say they were solid. No whispers of fights or splits. After the shooting, Erika's focus has been all about healing and legacy. She's running parts of Tcusa now, speaking at rallies, and raising funds in his name. If there was divorce drama, it would have leaked by now, but it hasn't. This whole thing shows how ugly the online world can get. A family loses a husband and dad, and instead of respect, trolls turn it into clickbait. Algorithms push the drama because it gets engagement, likes, shares, views. It's not the first time. Remember rumors after other big deaths? They feed on emotion, twist facts, and leave real hurt behind. In Kirk's case, it distracted from the real issue: rising hate in politics, the need for better security at events, and honoring a guy's work without the dirt. As we wrap up, 3 months after that awful day, the story moves on. Robinson's trial is set for next year. Lots of eyes on that. Tcusa is stronger than ever, with Erika at the helm. And Charlie's message lives on in books, videos, and the young folks he inspired. But what if the real scandal isn't a divorce, but how fast lies spread to bury the truth? Don't let rumors win. Subscribe to Fame Watch right now for more uncovers like this. Hit that button, drop a like if this hooked you, and comment below. What rumor should we bust next?